Millions of American students returned to school earlier this month after more than a year of remote learning. The New York Times sent reporters across the country to observe how kids are readjusting to in-person education. They also spoke with teachers, administrators, and parents about the surge in Delta variant cases among students and how schools are handling vaccinations. For more on all this, I want to bring in Dan Saltzstein. He is a deputy editor for special sections at the New York Times. Dan, thanks for being here. So how did kids generally feel about returning to school in the midst of an ongoing pandemic? And does that track with how parents felt as well?
Yeah, I think students, teachers, and administrators generally were happy to be back, though some expressed a lot of concern about the state of their schools. The one that really stuck out for me was a junior at a largely Latino high school in San Diego. She's first-generation American, college-bound, and she told our reporter, "I feel terrified that school might shut down again." She got vaccinated to pursue her dreams and is worried that it all might end. On the other hand, you have a high school in Iowa where a student assistant counselor said, "Everyone is just so happy to be here," which is a sentiment that you heard in a lot of the reporting across the country. So you really see the range of emotions both from school to school and person to person.
And what has it been like for teachers and administrators?
It's been very difficult, I think. And part of that is the schools that are not doing well with COVID numbers. There was a school district in Trenton, Ohio, where almost a third of the district's students spent part of the first 2 weeks of school in quarantine. And over that past week, 127 students in the district had been isolated at home with COVID. The reporter spent time with that district's superintendent, who was clearly shaken and said at one point, "I'm not sure how much longer we can continue."
Well, as you're mentioning, thousands of students in many parts of the country, particularly in those areas with low vaccination rates, have spent the first few weeks of school in quarantine. How are schools in these areas dealing with that uncertainty and those education gaps?
I think it's been difficult, but I do think that what we found was that particularly students and teachers and administrators were all at least trying to be hopeful that students were back in school, that obviously last year, saw an enormous number of challenges for teachers and students with remote learning. If there was one emotion, I think, that to take away from all this reporting, it was hopefulness.
Well, Dan, many students who were entering kindergarten, high school, and college really spent their introductory year of learning from home. What impact did this have on their ability to become acclimated to really that new type of learning environment?
Yeah, I think those are the students that you feel the most empathy for, in a way, the ones that essentially missed out on their first year. We featured an elementary school in Philadelphia where first graders were able to physically be in school for the first time. And you don't have to have gone through it to imagine how hard it is to educate kindergartners remotely. As the first grade teacher put it, how hard it is to build a community of kids essentially new to each other, to the teacher, and to the school.
Well, before I let you go, I also want to ask you about another thing in your piece. Teachers and school coaches interviewed expressed hesitancy towards talking to students about COVID vaccines. Can you tell us more about this?
I think teachers and administrators in states with, for example, anti-mask mandates or where vaccinations aren't required are in a really tough position. On the one hand, they want to keep themselves and their students safe, but they're there to teach or to coach. We spoke with an algebra teacher who's also a coach actually in Georgia, which is not doing particularly well, including with pediatric hospitalizations, who said that he tries not to bring up vaccinations at all with his students. He just wants to do his job and teach.
Dan Saltzstein, thank you.
Thank you.